living our suburban life, moving over the sea to Skye. Are we chasing a dream? I guess in time we will see, when we're living the Skye life. Living the Skye life. Hi folks, welcome to Living the Skye Life. If you're new here, I'm Willie.
And I'm Sarah, and this is Jack Spaniels. This is the story of how we recently moved from a busy town in the central belt of Scotland to a remote cottage on the Isle of Skye. It's been an amazing experience so far, but there has been lots of ups and downs. This video will take you through some of the things that we have experienced and learnt since we moved here.
Yeah, so this is some of the realities of living the dream. Also, our videos are now going to come out weekly at 6 p.m. on Sundays, 6 p.m. UK time. So join us on our adventure as we carry on living the Skye life. An early rise for us. We were up at 6 a.m. It's now 7 a.m. and we're leaving Skye Life Cottage on the road to Glen Brittle. And you'll see why when we get there.
You've got your nice little coat on today because it's cold. Oh, you look very smart.
We're in Glen Brittle and that's the Coolan Ridge behind us. In front of us is the beach, which I'll probably show now. Beautiful, isn't it? Amazing place. Now we're climbing Corrylagan. The whole video will be on She Walks, She Paints. But we're going to give you a little sneak peek on this channel here. So this is a little adventure from today. Hope you enjoyed the views.
It's pretty chilly because the sun hasn't come up past the Coolans yet, so we're just waiting on that and hopefully it'll warm up a bit.
It needs to warm up a bit because I can't feel my big toes.
Getting pink noses.
Alright, let's get up that hill.
You having fun?
That's like a couple of places, look at that! That's mad. There's two layers. Top layer and bottom layer. Double glazing puddle. Maybe that's how they came up with the concept. Maybe they came here and found this puddle.
Maybe.
Jack, will you stop shouting?
This is what I have to deal with, folks.
You can tell us another one. Look, you can see the two layers. This is the top layer, and then you can see the line from the second layer. So when I kick this, you'll see both going.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Right, back a bit, Jack. Look at that! Double glazing puddle! That's amazing! I've never seen this before. I'm sure someone out there's going to tell us why that phenomenon happens. I don't know. We're walking from the Glen Brittle Beach car park all the way to the lock-in at the top of the hill here. Absolutely stunning day for this, absolutely gorgeous. Don't know what it's like up there, but we'll see. Yes, Jack. Oh, here comes Sarah. She's just stopped for a breather, I think. There she is.
Eat and a snack.
Oh, really? I said a breather.
Oh, a breather and a snack.
A breather and a snack. It's getting a bit more serious now. The snow's getting a little bit deeper, but it's not treacherous. It's nice and crunchy snow. We have got micro spikes in our bags for our feet, so if it gets icy and becomes treacherous, we'll put them on. Right now it's just crunchy snow, it's really nice under your feet, it's very grippy. We don't need them right now, but we might further up. Let's just see how it goes.
Oh God, careful! Ah!
We reached the summit, so I decided to celebrate like this.
Graceful!
Built ourselves a little snow sofa, a little table in the middle and everything. And Jack is very interested in the lunch. Aren't you, Jack?
Always.
Tuna and sweet corn. Mmm. Graceful. This is what he's after. So intent. Nothing motivates Jack more than sandwiches and sausages and bacon and chicken and everything really, as long as it's food. There's rum and egg over there. I always imagine the longboats, the Viking longboats coming through there. Jumped out there. They went off being Vikings. Well, we made it up to the lock-in. We've had a bit of lunch, which was really nice. It was very peaceful up here. We're going to go and check out the waterfall on the way back down. Let's do that.
Hey Jack, where's Daddy? Where's your daddy?
Don't know if this is alive. It's a caterpillar on the snow. That's crazy. I'll pick it up and put it somewhere safe. Snow caterpillars. Weird.
Willie Scott, the intrepid Arctic photographer. Intrepid or stupid? You tell me.
The river that comes from nowhere.
Did you get your Oscar-winning footage?
I hope so. That is the highest waterfall on Skye, right underneath those lovely mountains. To see more about this waterfall and watch this whole walk in its entirety, you can catch that on Sarah's channel She Walks, She Paints, coming soon. What's going on, Jack? I'm fairly sure you can navigate that. You can climb Monroe's. You can step over there. Jump over. Jump over. Okay, I'm going to have to pick him up. Okay, so I picked him up, put him over the fence, and then he jumped back over again. I'm going to have to carry him over. That's all he's worried about, that. This dog is so confusing. Right, I'll go and save him. Man and dog marked as safe from plank. If you've got a sense of humour that's anything like mine, you'll probably appreciate the fact that the Glen Brittle sign is brittle.
We got back from Fife a few days ago with the rest of our stuff, and this was one of the boxes that came with us, and it has been getting in the way ever since. So, it's time to get this unpacked and the box out the way. Hey pups, what are we doing today, huh? We think that wall looks a bit empty with just one sad little frame on it. So, that's going up. Something tells me you're not going to be very helpful in this situation, Jack. No offence. Let's get that down. That is a little drawing that I did for Willie after our first year together. That was our first date venue in Stirling Castle, which is where I worked at the time. There's Mr. Jack Spaniels. That's Ravensgrave Castle, which is in Cottage, near where Willie used to live. But I'll have to find another place for that.
Right, dog.
Jackie's back. Can you get down, please?
Good boy. Now, do you want it then? Yeah.
Do we need to measure this?
No.
So move a little to the right.
Yeah.
Again, maybe another couple of slats over. Yeah.
You know the rule about jogs around the house, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cups of tea sometimes happen.
I'm terrible at offering cups of tea to tradespeople. Well, usually my tea bags are about 3 years out of date because I don't drink tea.
Dusty tea.
Yeah, and I only have oat milk, so... Is that the belted boogie? You save that for when the mirror's actually up.
Is it a time lapse?
No.
It's not a time lapse!
No, this is all going in.
Oh, come on, you can't do that to me. Well, I'll start it now. Right, let's do this.
I was quite scared it was going to fall down.
I wasn't. I'm now though, now that I've said that, I've probably jinxed it. Right, I'll clean the mirror, and I think there was a cup of tea.
Yes.
It was organed on.
You missed a bit.
Yes, ma'am. Tell us it's a very high quality mirror.
Work doesn't make you look good.
He's really devilishly handsome. Right, there you go, newspaper always works best. My granny told me that. That's cool!
I think it looks good.
It makes the room look big as well. Right then, dog, yet become. I never can see it.
Hey!
But you can! Cup of tea! Hammock Diaries. It's nice here today, even though it's been pouring rain. It's not pouring rain now, there's a break in the weather, and Jack is making a lot of noise. Are you destroying a stick, bud? We've got people coming to stay tomorrow. Our friends Ian and Bex are coming up from Fife. Ian is going to fit our Starlink dish onto the roof of the cottage, which we're really pleased about and very appreciative of. It'll be the first time that anyone's stayed in the house since we moved in. We're a little bit nervous about it because we haven't had the byre done yet, so the house is very small anyway, but having people stay there as well, we're not entirely sure where we're going to put them and our massive greyhound, but we'll figure it out. Finally submitted our application to Highland Council to get the byre converted. We don't even know if it'll be accepted yet, which you'll probably find out in due course. I hope so. Yes, Jack. So I'm just chilling out in the hammock. And I did say the last time I was going to come myself for a bit of peace, but I had to walk Jack today. Luckily for me, the hammocks are tucked into the woods a bit, so it's nice and peaceful in here when the dog's not whining and things. So yeah, you'll see more about Ian and Bex when they come here. I'm sure they'll be in this video. They've just started a new YouTube channel, which is really cool, and I'll talk about that more in the video later on. I think that's probably it for the Hammock Diaries today. Wonder if I'm going to get dripped on again. That's just tempting fate. I was going to tell you a joke about lasagna, but nah, it's too cheesy and multi-layered. I decided to record a full instruments version of this track. This is me recording the various instruments in the time-lapse. I named it Island Horizon, and it features later in this video. We are asked a lot about the realities of moving somewhere like this, so here are the realities. Something we're asked an awful lot about is the weather. Well, when we're indoors, we've got a roof over our head. When we're outdoors, we've got waterproof clothes. Next,
But seriously, it is quite wet and wild and windy on Skye a lot of the time, but it just means that we make the most of the days when we do get beautiful weather. Because we've got quite a flexible work schedule with working for ourselves, we can get out and enjoy those days, even if it is a Tuesday. But if it is blowing a hoolie, as they say in Scotland, you don't feel as bad about staying indoors and getting on with your work.
Another thing we're asked quite a lot is moving from a modern house into a much older building, and of course there are drawbacks. For example, you get mould and damp in older buildings because they built them onto the ground, onto the bedrock, and you get things like rodents in the byre and things like that, but it doesn't really bother us. We know how to manage it. In this example here that we're showing you on screen, we've left this for a few weeks just to illustrate this point. What you have to do is wipe it down, put a bit of mould spray on there, and it's gone. The other thing you can do as well is you can put in a little convection heater or a dehumidifier to take away the damp. Problem solved.
One thing that everybody seems very curious about is the food shopping situation. It's mostly me who does it because I don't trust him to go and get the right things.
I'm not allowed. I buy impulsive.
Too many treats and snacks would come back. Where we used to live, it was about 10 minutes up the road to go to the food shop, and here it's a lot further than that. So it usually takes about 2.5 hours. Don't mind that because it's a way of getting out and about, and the scenery is so beautiful that it's a really enjoyable drive. But the main drawback is the cost. We knew this was going to be an issue because there's limited shops on Skye, so you don't get that range of prices. For the moment, we have been shopping from the co-op. We know that a lot of locals do use other ways of getting their food shopping, so we're going to look at those options and see if we can find ways that are a little bit more cost effective, and we will keep you posted on how we get on with that.
Okay, the question of energy. 1. Water. We've got a private water supply which we filter in the house. 2. Our heating and water is heated by an oil-fired boiler.
The only difference between that and a normal gas central heating system is that we have to buy in the oil to go in the tank.
We're in part of what's called a fuel ring. So there's a few neighbours band together to save the delivery cost of having the oil brought here. It was very easy and everyone was very helpful. Our electricity is mains electricity, so it comes down the wires just like everybody else.
The only issue is if there's a really heavy snowfall, we might get a power cut. But
We may get a power cut and then,
touch wood,
touch wood,
we've not had that happen yet.
hasn't happened yet.
You might have noticed we do have a log fire, which is really nice, but we only use that in the evenings when it's really cold or just for a bit of ambience, so we don't rely on that. If we had an issue with the oil and it wasn't working, then we could technically use that to heat the house, but it's not our primary heating source.
No. And finally, the one that everyone wants to talk about, sewage.
The glamour of it.
The glamour. We have a septic tank. You have to get maintained. I think it's once a year we'll have to do that. I won't go into lots of details, but a septic tank isn't just a great big tank as I thought it was. It's a 2-chambered affair and has a separate filtration system that basically ends up going back into the soil once it's been properly filtered through. I didn't know anything about that when we first moved in. Literally, I just thought it was a big tank that got emptied and taken away. No, it's a process that I won't go into great detail about now, but let's just say that it all gets broken down and all comes out clean. I'm not talking about that anymore.
The big tank.
You can't say that.
You'll bleep it out. I'll bleep it
Do
out.
it in
I'm
this one.
editing this bit.
We've been handed the energy providers that we have now. We are going to change that. We're looking to make this house completely off the grid. Obviously there's a lot of cost involved in that. You have to buy a wind turbine, you have to buy solar panels for the roof, etc, etc. We're looking into getting a little turbine in the stream as well. So we can do all that, but we have to chip away it because we don't have the money to have that outlay at the moment. But in the future, we're hoping to have this as a completely green property.
Another thing that people are asking if we're coping with is the isolation of being in quite a remote location. This was a big worry, especially for me before we moved, because just the feeling of being far away from all the friends and family that you know and love and feeling isolated was quite a scary thought. We're coping with it quite well.
Yeah.
We're clearly meant to be isolated.
Yeah.
We don't feel as isolated as I thought we would do, especially being able to connect via the internet and doing FaceTime video calls. We can take ourselves into the woods with no signal and just have a walk and escape all the social media and stuff, but when we come back we've got the choice of getting in touch with people that we know, and loads of them want to come visit us.
That's right. Also, and it's really important in a relationship, yes, we are partners, but also we just get on a lot. We're like great mates, so we just hang out together and we just enjoy each other's company, which is really important if you want to do this, I guess.
And if we get sick of each other's company, we've always got Jack as a buffer. I think it helps that we're both quite independent people. We love our families, but we've always been encouraged to do our own thing and go on our own path. I moved to Scotland by myself to start a new job, and you moved down to London when you were really young.
I was in London as a teenager and I was there for 16 years, so I'm used to not being, you know, at home all the time with my family, etc. As much as I love them and I want to see them as much as I can, I'm quite happy by myself as well and living my own life, and that's what they want from me as well.
Plus, since we've moved here, we have actually made friends.
Yeah.
Got to know some of our neighbours and people in the local village. I've really got to know the girl who works at the post office.
Yeah.
Because I seem to be there every day.
And our neighbour down the road as well, who's always popping in and saying
Yeah.
and stuff for a cup of tea, which is really cool.
It is a really friendly local community. We have felt really welcomed and
Yeah, we have. It's great.
feel like we're going to be a part of this community.
Another thing which is quite telling about Sarah and I, the way that we think, we just booked a holiday later in the year. We booked into a remote little cottage as our holiday, but it's on the other side of Scotland, you know? This is what we love.
As I'm sure you're all wondering if Jack has enjoyed the move. Oh yeah, yes, I'm talking about you. We can confirm that Jack is living his best Skye life every day.
For sure.
Can't wait to get out on the beach, can't wait to get into the forest, go for a walk. So out of the three of us, Jack has probably coped the best with this move.
For sure. As you might know, we've got an outbuilding which we intend to convert. The reason that we're doing that is so we can work out there and just have this as our home. Right now, my studio is set up in the living room. We're hoping to change that and do all of our work in the outbuilding.
With this kind of working setup, it's quite difficult sometimes to separate your working life from your non-working life and know when to stop.
On Sunday we did something that was quite funny, and then on Monday morning I documented what we'd done. So over to that now to see what happened. We moved the sofa from its position up against this wall to the middle of the room, facing the TV. And the reason for that is we wanted it to be like a cinema experience. We wanted to sit and watch films like we're in a cinema. Sounds kind of crazy, but not many cinemas around here. The other thing, as you can see there, is this is my desk where I work all the time, and I covered it in a sheet to stop me from working. So even if I felt the temptation to do a little bit of editing or writing music, I couldn't because it was covered in a sheet. And now I've got to move it all back because it's a Monday. Come on, this way. Go that way. Do you want to go outside? On your blankie. Lie down. Come on your blankie. Good boy. Lie down. Lie down. Good boy. Tickle, tickle. Okay, tickle, tickle. I know, you like it. Good boy. It's all better now. There we go. Sorted.
So that is a bit of an insight into how we have found living the Skye life so far. There's going to be a lot more to figure out as we go along and integrate more into this kind of lifestyle. We've sort of thrown ourselves in at the deep end by moving here in the depths of winter. So it's cold, it's rainy, we had snow. That's what we're having to deal with at the moment. But obviously as we move into the summer, there'll be a whole new host of things that we have to deal with, like the dreaded midges.
Oh yeah, looking forward to that.
We will keep you updated on how that goes. We hope that answered a few of your questions. If you have any more, please do leave them in the comments below and we will try and either get back to you in the comments, or if we don't manage that, we will put it in the videos in future.
Touching on what Sarah just said, thank you so much for all the comments. We appreciate them and we read them all, and we heart them as well. You might notice that. That's just to show you that we're reading them all. We can't possibly answer them all. It's just not physically possible. But we are reading them. We do appreciate them, so keep them coming. We got our friends Ian and Bex coming from Fife today. We're really excited to see them, but also they're fixing the satellite dish on the side of the cottage, which is amazing. So that's really good of them. And we're going to make them some food. So I'm going to do that now and I'll let you guys watch. I'll just speed it up and you can see me doing everything. There's a beef stew. Let's get going. Time to turn this into this. I see a van. Hello, how you doing? Hello.
This is amazing. I thought you said it was remote though. It's not that remote, it's a big building, just a big Tesco just round the corner.
Yeah, Starbucks and that, yeah? First meeting. Jack! No.
Hey, De Niro. You making friends? Hey, you're gorgeous, aren't you? De Niro, what are you doing in our byre? What are you doing in there?
Looking for snacks, I think.
De Niro wants snacks and Jack Spaniels wants sticks.
I'm scanning the sky
Why are you scanning the sky?
to see where the satellites are. The app gives you a prediction for coverage, and I'm hoping we can just go above this,
Alright, sounds good.
because the way it's pointing is that way.
Pointing that way.
So what I'm thinking now is it'll be an exercise in trying it and seeing how it does. But because it's a nice house, we don't have dishes hanging all over the front of it, or really high where it's going to get blown off. I'm going to extend this pole, put the Starlink on top of that pole, because Starlink needs a 90-degree cone, not too high up so you can service it, or not too high up that it's going to end up as a kite halfway down the loft. That'd be bad.
That's the current cable that goes to the satellite dish, the white one. The Starlink one is the grey one. I think Ian's going to have to drill through some concrete because it's not going to just push through that foam. There's more to it than that, so he's going to have to drill through, which is what I think he's doing now. Definitely some drilling going on. You're through!
Can you see that?
Yes, sir!
Excellent.
Okay, thanks to the Starlink cable being massive, you had to make a massive hole for it to come through. So
Yes.
that's what's happening now. And there it goes.
Back in the old days, they supplied these cables and you could put your own connectors on them, so it was the size of a cable. Now they're pre-terminated and the connector is about 3/4 of an inch across, so you'd have to drill a massive hole to install these things. It's ridiculous.
So there you go, there's the proof, look folks. Drilling in the house now.
Drilling in, almost there.
I'm now shining a torch through the hole and Ian is crawling crawling across the ceiling. I'm just hoping he doesn't come through it anytime soon. Oh, I see a finger. And, oh, a cable. Right, got ya. Push it just one little bit further. Nice one, got it. Yeah, you'll need that beer when you come back down. I don't know if he goes, if he is going to come through the ceiling, you'll see it. You see it here. I don't know why I'm joking about that. I don't know why I'm shining the torch either. Yeah, that's what I was on about.
Yeah, it's
Here he is. What a legend.
Ta-da!
He did it, yes. So what he's done now is just tucked in behind this wooden cladding. And I'll get tucked in all the way down there and then go over there behind the TV, and that's where our router will be. Or router, if you're American. The girls are down there with the dogs. Having fun, look. Whereas Ian's getting covered in dust and stuff climbing through the rafters. They're not daft. I was doing the Starlink dance and I came to film it and I missed it. So you just have to take my word for it. There we go. I've just filled it in with the foam again and Ian's just tidying up outside and that's it. Hey, okay, so we've had our food, really enjoyed it, it was really nice, really good company, these guys, but also it was really cool of them to come all this way to install a Starlink for us. We really appreciate it, so thanks guys, we really appreciate that.
However good that dinner looked on the video, it tasted better. Well done, mate.
Oh, thank you. Glad you enjoyed it. The other thing that I wanted to talk to you about is that Ian and Bex have got their own YouTube channel. They've just started. It's a really cool new channel.
The channel's called Scotland on a Shoestring. It's about getting the best out of a country without spending too much money. If you can do it, you should do it. You should always travel if you get the chance. We're going to show you how you can do that.
That's a really good thing. I think you'll all agree that's a good thing. Anyway, we're going to enjoy ourselves now and have a few more drinks and unwind for the evening. Please do go over and check out our channel, Scotland on a Shoestring. Brand new channel, you'll be the first in the door.
We'd just like to say a massive thank you to anyone who has supported us in any way. So watching our videos, liking, commenting or subscribing.
Also, if you buy us a coffee over on Ko-fi.
And to our amazing patrons, both our existing ones and the ones that have just joined up. Thank you so much for that. We really do appreciate it and it really is helping to support and run this channel.
Making these videos is a real joy, but with your support it's so much easier for us. Thank you so much.
If you want to support the channel in any of these ways, the links to all our pages are in the video description
below. Ian and Bex came all the way from Fife today to install our Starlink, which was absolutely amazing.
Ian and Bex. What did Bex do?
Went for a walk with Jack and Danilo.
Oh, right, okay.
Dog sitting.
Yeah.
Moral
So
support.
Ian came to install your Starlink.
She found your cable ties.
She found the cable ties.
Okay, Ian's going to get his kicked later by Bex for being a cheeky monkey.
It's quite sheltered because we've got this big ring of cooling mountains behind us. And as I say that, the wind picks up.
Oh, the gloves! Bring the gloves. My gloves just blew off the ridge there. Come on, Jack. Get the glove. Fetch. Find it. Find it. Get the glove. Get the glove. Bring the glove. Yes. Pick it up. Get it. Get the toy. You know what? I've got a better tip.
Do not ever come here. Do not visit, because you'll think, yeah, I'm here to do some work, I'll get some money, it'll be great. No, they will make you stand and talk to the camera. You will have to stand here and you're not allowed to leave. I've been needing to go to the toilet for the last 2 hours. Not allowed until I do a piece to camera. So here's
Sarah
my
has
piece
to
to
stand
camera.
on books.
And Sarah has to stand on books. And poor Bex is traumatised. The things they've asked her to do, you could not believe. Please send help. Please. A helicopter, a man on a quad bike. Please help. Help. Please help.
Scene.
Jack Spaniels. Yes. It's not going to make
Whoa,
this easy. Right.
Saved you. Jack, on your blankie. On your blankie. On your blankie.
Right.
On your blankie.
No.
On your blankie. On your blankie.
Go,
On your
sit
blankie. On your blankie. On your blankie. On
No,
your
don't, that's
blankie.
encouraging
On your
him.
blankie. On your blankie. On your blankie. On your blankie. Go on your blankie. Go on.
Like, go sit down.
Lie down. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down. Good boy. Stay there. No. Oh, he's moved the tripod. If you click on the left icon, you can subscribe to Living the Skye Life. If you click on the right icon, it'll take you back to our very first episode.